Hey everyone, it's Walter Beleje. We've all been sucked into the whirlwind of love at some point. From the giddy high of a new crush to the warmth of a long-term relationship, love is a universal language. But what is it about love that makes us tick? Buckle up, because we're diving into the hilarious, heartwarming, and sometimes messy truth about love. We're about to explore the depths of human connection and what it truly means to find your soulmate. Sure, we all love a good rom-com montage, but when the credits roll, we're left with the reality of our own lives. What we're truly seeking in love often goes far beyond the superficial. It's about finding someone who gets us on a fundamental level, who celebrates our victories and holds our hand through the tough times. It's about feeling safe, seen, and understood in a chaotic world. Cuddling up on the couch with your significant other is awesome, but companionship in love goes way beyond that. It's about having a partner in crime, a co-pilot in the game of life. Someone who's down for spontaneous road trips, impromptu dance parties, and late-night conversations. Think of Jim and Pam from The Office. They built a genuine friendship that blossomed into something deeper. Life is a lot more fun when you have someone to share it with, someone who gets your sense of humor and appreciates your quirks. We've all misinterpreted a text or missed a subtle cue. Communication in relationships can be a minefield. Finding someone who truly understands you is like striking gold. It's about having deep, meaningful conversations where you can bare your soul without feeling judged. It's about knowing that someone has your back, even when you're being completely irrational. When you have that foundation of understanding, you can navigate disagreements with respect and compassion. We all crave a little validation from time to time. In love, finding a partner who truly sees and appreciates you for who you are is like finding a rare gem. Emotional intimacy is the secret sauce that takes a relationship from Netflix and chill to building a life together. It's about going deeper than surface-level conversations and really connecting on a soul level. Emotional intimacy is about feeling safe enough to be vulnerable, to share your fears and dreams. When you have that kind of emotional connection, even the most mundane moments can feel magical. Love shouldn't stifle personal growth. A healthy relationship should help you both blossom into the best versions of yourselves. Think of Pam from The Office pursuing her dream of becoming an artist with Jim as her biggest cheerleader. Love is about encouraging each other to step outside of your comfort zones and chase your dreams. It's about celebrating each other's victories and providing support when things don't go as planned. Trust is the bedrock of any strong relationship. It's about that deep-down, unshakable belief that you can count on each other no matter what. Think of Leslie Knope and Ben Wyatt in Parks and Recreation. They always had each other's backs. Trust is about knowing that your partner will be there for you through thick and thin. It's about feeling safe and secure, knowing that you have a soft place to land. Matching tattoos can be cute, but shared values are even more fundamental. Shared values shape your worldview, priorities, and life choices. Think of Jim moving to Philadelphia to support Pam's dream of attending art school. Shared values influence everything from communication to handling conflict and raising kids. When you share those fundamental values, you create a solid foundation for a relationship built on mutual respect and understanding. Love manifests in our lives as uniquely as our fingerprints. Some thrive on grand romantic gestures, others find love in shared passions or quality time. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to love. Embrace the beautiful messiness of it all. It's in those unique expressions of love that we find our own love language. Introverts crave connection just as much as extroverts. They just express it differently. For an introvert, love might look like finding someone who understands the importance of quiet moments. It's about finding someone who respects their need for solitude and recognizes silence as a form of deep connection. Introverted love finds solace in shared silences and the comfortable quietude of simply being present with one another. For adventure seekers, love is about embarking on a grand adventure together. Picture scaling a mountain with your significant other or exploring a bustling foreign market. Love is about sharing exhilarating experiences and pushing each other outside of your comfort zones. It's about creating a lifetime's worth of unforgettable memories. Finding someone who embraces spontaneity and makes you feel like you can conquer the world, hand in hand. The path to love is rarely a straight shot to happily ever after. Relationships take work, effective communication, navigating disagreements, and supporting each other through life's curveballs. There will be times of doubt and uncertainty. In those moments, we can either let challenges drive us apart or use them as opportunities to grow stronger together. Love is about choosing to face the rocky roads together, hand in hand. Section 2. Lost in translation, when desires clash and expectations crash. Remember that game of telephone we played as kids? You whisper a phrase in someone's ear, it gets passed down the line, and by the time it reaches the last person, it's morphed into something completely unrecognizable. Yeah, that's kind of what can happen in relationships when we don't communicate our needs and expectations clearly. We all come into relationships with our own set of desires, our own love languages, our own definitions of what a healthy partnership looks like. And if we're not careful, those unspoken expectations can fester and breed resentment. Think about it. You might be craving words of affirmation, while your partner expresses love through acts of service. You might prioritize quality time, while they value physical touch. The key is to bridge that communication gap, to have those sometimes uncomfortable, but oh so necessary conversations about what makes you feel loved and appreciated. Because let's face it, assuming your partner can read your mind is a recipe for disaster, and a whole lot of unnecessary arguments. Section 3. The myth of the one, ditching the fairy tale, embracing reality. Okay, time for a reality check, folks. Hollywood has sold us this fairy tale of the one, that magical, mystical person who's going to complete us, who's going to swoop in and make all our dreams come true, who's going to know how to make the perfect cup of coffee without even asking. But here's the thing, that's a lot of pressure to put on one person, don't you think? The truth is, there are probably multiple people out there who we could build a fulfilling and loving relationship with. It's not about finding someone who ticks off every single box on our imaginary checklist. It's about finding someone who shares our values, who challenges us to grow, and who makes us want to be better partners day after day. It's about recognizing that no one is perfect, not even Ryan Gosling. Gasp. We all have our quirks, our flaws, our moments of epic clumsiness. And it's in embracing those imperfections, both in ourselves and in our partners, that we truly find beauty and authenticity in love. Section 4, From Me to We Love's Balancing Act. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the delicate dance between maintaining our individuality and nurturing a we in relationships. It's easy to get so caught up in the excitement of a new love that we lose ourselves a little bit along the way. We might abandon hobbies, neglect friendships, or morph into someone we barely recognize just to please our partners. But here's the thing. A healthy relationship is not about two halves making a whole. It's about two whole individuals choosing to share their lives. It's about finding that sweet spot where you can support each other's dreams, nurture your individual passions, and still carve out time for we moments that strengthen your bond. Think about it. Remember when Pam went to art school in New York? Even though it meant being apart from Jim, it was a tough decision, but it allowed her to pursue her dreams and ultimately made their relationship stronger. Because when we invest in ourselves, when we prioritize our own growth and happiness, we bring our best selves to the table in our relationships. And that, my friends, is a recipe for a love that lasts. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground here, folks. We've talked about the hilarious highs and the messy lows of love, the desires we harbor, the challenges we face, and the myths we need to ditch. But at its core, love is about connection. Connection with another person, yes, but also, and perhaps more importantly, connection with ourselves. Think about it. Remember when Michael Scott from The Office finally realized that true love wasn't about grand gestures or forcing a connection? It was about finding someone who appreciated him for who he was, quirks, magic tricks and all. It was about letting go of the need to be someone he wasn't and embracing his authentic, albeit slightly eccentric self. That's what I'm talking about here. It's about taking the time to get to know ourselves, to understand our own needs, values, and desires. It's about embracing our strengths, acknowledging our weaknesses, and showing ourselves the same compassion and kindness we'd offer a loved one. Because the more comfortable we are in our own skin, the more we have to offer in a relationship. The journey to finding love starts within. It's about silencing the noise of societal expectations, ditching the unrealistic checklists, and tuning into the whispers of our own hearts. It's about asking ourselves those tough questions. What truly matters to us? What brings us joy? What kind of love do we want to create, not just receive, but actively build in our lives? And how can we nurture that love every single day? So here's the deal, folks. Love is out there, waiting for us to embrace it. It's in the unexpected encounters, the shared laughter, the moments of vulnerability that bind us together. But finding it requires us to be brave, to step outside of our comfort zones, and to be open to the possibility that love might show up in the most unexpected of places. Think about it. Remember Jim's iconic teapot proposal to Pam in the pouring rain at a gas station in The Office? It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't planned, but it was perfect. Because it was real, it was authentic, and it reflected their unique love story. So, put down your phones, log off Tinder for a hot minute, and look up. Strike up a conversation with the barista who makes your latte just the way you like it. Offer a helping hand to the stranger struggling with their groceries. Say yes to that blind date your friend set up, even if you're convinced it'll end in disaster. Hey, at least you'll have a good story to tell, right? Because you never know, that awkward first date might lead to a life-changing connection. That chance encounter might spark a friendship that blossoms into something more. That leap of faith might just lead you to the love you've been searching for all along. So take a deep breath, muster up some courage, and step into the unknown. You might be surprised at what you find. So, there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the hilarious, heartwarming, and sometimes messy world of love, exploring the desires that drive us, the challenges we face, and the unique ways in which we express and experience this crazy little thing called love. We've learned that it's about more than just grand gestures and fairy tale endings. It's about the everyday moments of connection, the shared laughter, the unwavering support, and the deep, abiding respect we have for ourselves and our partners. We've discovered that love is a kaleidoscope, with each relationship reflecting a unique blend of personalities, values, and dreams. We've acknowledged that the path to love is rarely a straight line. It's more like a roller coaster ride with its share of exhilarating highs and stomach-churning lows. And we've debunked the myth of the one, realizing that there are multiple people out there with whom we can build a fulfilling and loving partnership. But most importantly, we've learned that the journey to finding love begins within. It starts with understanding our own needs, embracing our authentic selves, and cultivating a deep sense of self-love and acceptance. Because the more comfortable we are in our own skin, the more we have to offer in a relationship. And that, dear friends, is the true essence of love. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and start writing your own love story. Embrace the unknown. Be open to new experiences, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there, even if it means risking a little heartbreak along the way. Because trust me, the rewards of finding love, of experiencing that deep connection with another human being far outweigh the risks. And hey, if you're already lucky enough to have found love, cherish it, nurture it, appreciate it, and never take it for granted. Because love, in all its messy, complicated glory, is one of the most beautiful and rewarding experiences life has to offer. Now go forth and spread the love, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more hilarious and heartwarming insights on life, love, and everything in between. See you in the next video.